Well, I haven't done one of these in a while. I actually got these in the mail 2 weeks ago, and I've been waiting until it's a good time for me to do an unboxing video. It's from a banknote dealer I've used before by the name of Yuri Minkin out of Washington State. If you haven't ever purchased from him, he's a dealer that I trust, and he has never been less than ethical with me, and I appreciate the variety of notes that he has. So without any further ado, I've got my small holders and I've got my large holders, and I will place my notes in the holder as I unwrap them. So without any further ado, let's get going. At this time, I think I've almost forgotten what I have in here, but we'll see. I hope this isn't too terrible. I was able to get it a little started there, so let me just use my finger to go forward. I don't really care how good I keep these envelopes because I do not keep them beyond the point of them getting shipped to me. So let's see if I can pull out what I have here. I love how Yuri packs his notes. You don't need to see this paper, but he always includes an inventory of the list we purchase. And he always takes these sturdy U.S. mailing envelopes, cuts them in half so that all I have to do is rip them open at this point, flip this up, and pull out my new notes. So let's see what we've got going on here. He always ships in a nice holder. I'm going to pull them all out, and I'm going to introduce you to them one by one. And all my notes I keep in two different size holders, small or large. So we'll start from there. Here's my first note I got. It's a commemorative note from Pakistan. It is a 75 whatsits, a 75 rupees that commemorates the 75th anniversary of the nation. It's a nice AAA serial number. I can't wait to do a little bit more. Heroes and heroine, important to Pakistan throughout the history. It's a well-designed, beautiful green note. I assume the green has to do with the fact that it is a Muslim nation, and green is a color associated with Islam. So it also commemorates the theme of saving climates and species. So I can't wait to do a little bit more with that note. So moving on, the next note is a 20,000 whatsits from Laos. It is a whatever, it's a 20,000 rial, I'm guessing. Normally I expect to see a little bit of a English on the note, and this note technically fits here in this small size note. Let's see if it's going to be shorter than the plastic cover that it's on. I may have lucked out here. There we go. Lovely little note. Temples, politicians, and dams, it looks like. Damn, this note has everything. The next note is from Barbados. It is a $2 bill, and it's one of their new polymer notes that have come out since they have left the Commonwealth. It is a nice little note. Has a lot of the same themes as Commonwealth issued notes of Barbados. Arms, trident, politicians from prior to independence. You see a lot of features. There's a windmill there on the window, a very lovely blue note. And those of you who are in the know, this note has the border that, combined with all the other notes in the series, makes a full map of Barbados. One of the last few sugarcane windmills in the world appears on the back of that note. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. Moving on to Africa, and a commemorative note of Algeria, I'm guessing. Heroes to Algeria. And it looks like it fits in nicely in a small holder. Sometimes I gauge it wrong, and when I do, it frustrates me, but it's an easy fix to move to a bigger holder. So here we have a 2,000 something. I forget offhand if it's a dinar, if it's a rial, or what exactly it is. But it's a lovely note from Algeria. Moving on to Cambodia, and a note that will not fit in a small holder. And that's fine because I got all these big holders here. But this is a note of Cambodia, and it's a blah, blah, blah. It's a 30,000 riel from Cambodia. And it's kind of nice because you have the king, you have politicians, you have, wow, is that the Eiffel Tower in France? Holy cow, it looks like it might be. Interesting. I'll have to certainly give some time to this note so I can take care of it. It is a hybrid because you can see my finger right here through the note. But on this side, it looks like it has the king. And it's a nice, meaningful note, 2-color serial number. It's got some neat devices, so I can't wait to work that one up for you. And another note from Cambodia with an engraving of the present monarch, one of the few world leaders who can speak Czech fluently, because I think in the days before he ever thought he was going to get to be king, he was a student and lived in, what is it, Czechoslovakia, or the former Czechoslovakia. But here we have a splendid naga with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads. And here we have some lions and some ruins. So a lovely little banknote. Lovely little banknote. And I know you're going to die of not surprise, but the next note is also from Cambodia. And it is also an image that I assume is of the young king. Although it may be a previous king, they like to put anyone and everyone from different periods of history on their notes, it seems. So I'll be doing a little bit more research, and who knows, this may show up in a video, maybe of snakes, because nagas are fascinating to me. So are tricephalic elephants, which you also see on this note. So another beautiful note. Oh, did you notice this image here of the old king? Big image in front of a palace or a temple. Now we're moving back to a note that causes me some angst. It is a polymer note, and it is from Egypt. And I'm sitting here thinking Egypt should have some of the prettiest, most meaningful notes in the world, and we got this. This, if you ask me, is a disappointing note. I have a hard time believing that Delarue is claiming it. Wow. Egypt has some of the most beautiful banknotes in the world, and people, this is not one of them. I've already heard people agitating to have it nominated as Banknote of the Year, but I promise you right now, as much as I love Egypt and as much as I love their notes, this is not a note that I'm going to recommend receive an award. I think Egypt should spank Delarue, and Delarue should have to come up with an improved design. But there you go, that's how I feel. And next we go back to Laos with another note that I think is so close on this one that I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bigger one. This one is actually a 50,000, whatever it is. And it's also a pretty low serial number, 1405, AA 1405. So politician, temples, palaces, or government buildings. I'm excited to get into this note and come up with some information for you folks. Oh my goodness. Another note from Laos, and this one will not fit lengthwise into one of my small holders, so I'm going to stick it in one of my bigger holders. This is 100,000 whatsits, same politician, same design. You know, I don't always enjoy notes that have similar themes in different colors, but there's a part of me that absolutely loves the notes of Laos and Cambodia, and I try to have as complete a collection of those nations as I can. I do like this scene here on the back, which shows a series of lakes and some terrain and some trees. I enjoy those. They're kind of nice. Wow. This is a 10,000 whatsits from Laos. And it will fit in the small holder, so I will slide it in there. And again, from the front, it's not very imaginative when you have the same design. But it is cheaper for the nation, so I do appreciate that they have that interest. Very high serial number on this one. But on the back, a lovely bridge. And I always enjoy banknotes that have bridges and automobiles. So I imagine this is an automobile from the country that helped underwrite that bridge, if any of the other notes with those themes on it are to be thought of as a standard. So we'll find out what the bridge is and what the car is, and I'll be able to report it to you. And my final note is also from Lao. I'm not a mystery people. I like what I like, and I do enjoy these new issues. I can tell you, with each denomination that's lower than the one before, the difference is amazing. I mean, the high values were polymer, and then were hybrids, and now we have a thicker paper, although this one does have some threads similar to the U.S. works. Silver seals, emblems of the nation, same politician, same temple or palace, and here we have some sort of, I don't know if it's an industrial scene, or it looks like it might be. Nevertheless, what do you think, guys? I am Benjamin. This is Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. Tell me what you think, and give some of your business to Yuri Minkin. He is a good man. You guys have a jewel of a day.